Here is our new story. Ready, Freddy, Thanksgiving turkey trouble. Chapter 1. Let's give thanks. Listen, everyone, said our teacher, Mrs. Wishy. Thanksgiving is coming up, so I'd like us to all to take a minute and think about the things we are thankful for. I'm going to make a list of your suggestions. Chloe's hand shot up. Oh, I know lots of things I'm thankful for. That's wonderful, Chloe. Why don't you tell us about one thing? This should be good, I whispered to my best friend, Robbie. Yeah, Robbie whispered back. I bet she's probably going to say she's thankful for her red nail polish. Chloe, we're waiting, said Mrs. Wishy. I'm thinking. I'm thinking, said Chloe, wrinkling up her nose. It's just so hard to choose only one thing. Max let out a huge sigh. Hey, little Miss Priss, we haven't got all day. Chloe turned and glared at Max. It's not your turn, it's mine. And I was about to say I am thankful for my really beautiful, expensive dresses when you interrupted me. My other good friend Jessie leaned over to me. Is she serious? Oh, she's serious, all right. Mrs. Wishy stared at Chloe for a moment and then she said, well, yes, well, that's nice, but I was hoping we could think of things that are a bit more personal. Oh, you mean like jewelry? Robbie shook his head. Is she for real? No, no, Chloe. More like things you can't buy in a store. I don't get it, said Chloe. Of course you don't, Jessie muttered under her breath. I think I might have an idea, Mrs. Wishy. Great, Jessie. What is it? Family. I'm thankful for my family. Excellent. That is exactly the kind of thing I was looking for. I feel so lucky to have my mom and my abuela, my grandma, living with me. Mrs. Wishy wrote the word family at the top of the list. I have one, Robbie said, raising his hand. A home, a place to live. Every time I see a homeless person on the street, I think about how lucky I am that I have a place to sleep. Another excellent idea, said Mrs. Wishy, adding the word home. I'd like each person in the class to add something to our list. Who'd like to go next? Food! Yelled Max. As usual, he didn't raise his hand. He just blurted out the answer. Thank you, Max. Food is a good suggestion, but you need to remember to raise your hand and not call out. Hey, that's not fair, Chloe whined. You said you didn't want things you can buy in a store. You can buy food in a store. That's true, Chloe, said Mrs. Wishy, but food is something we can't live without. Well, I can't live without my expensive dresses, so why can't they go on the list? Mrs. Wishy let out a big sigh and then called on the next person. Kids made all kinds of suggestions for the list: nature, friends, pets, and grandparents. My turn was next, and I couldn't think of anything else to say. All of my ideas were already on the list. Freddie, how about you? Said Mrs. Wishy. You haven't given us a word for the list yet. Um, um, Freddie, you've had a lot of time to think. We're running out of time. Love. The word just slipped out of my mouth before I could stop it. I could hear all the kids snickering. Then Max started singing. Freddie and Jessie sitting in a tree. Kissing. First comes love. Max, that is enough, said Mrs. Wishy and pointed to a chair. Go sit in that chair. You are in timeout. Then she turned back to me. I am so sorry about that, Freddie. I think what you said is beautiful. I think we're all thankful for love. I don't even want to think about what the world would be like without love. Nice one, Robbie whispered. Thanks. Mrs. Wishy sure liked it. That'll probably put you on her good list. Okay, boys and girls, you all did a great job thinking of things you are thankful for. Now I have a special surprise for you. just love surprises, Chloe squealed, clapping her hands together. Is it a present? Is there one for everyone? No, Chloe, it isn't a present, Mrs. Wishy answered. You could tell she was starting to get irritated. Oh, said Chloe, disappointed. We are going to do a little play for your parents about the story of Thanksgiving, and we'll also include some of these things we are thankful for. Yay, a play! A play! Everyone cheered. I love plays, said Jessie. I do too. Susie told me this play is really fun. She got to do it when she was in Mrs. Wishy's class. Cool. Boys and girls, you will all get your parts tomorrow. Everyone started yelling, I want to be a pilgrim! I want to be an Indian! Quiet down, everybody. I know you are all excited, but you will have to wait until tomorrow. Ah, and you do not get to choose your part. I will write down all the parts on little slips of paper, and you will pick one out of a hat. There will be no complaining. You get what you get, and you don't get upset. I hope I get a good part, said Jessie. Me too, I said. Me too.